everybody. Please keep giving it up. I need to feel your enthusiasm. Give it up.
Something like that. Yeah. Thank you. Nothing but dicks, balls, pussy, and ass jokes. I'm glad I stopped going to church. I mean, I was born Muslim, and I'd go sit, always sat in the back of the church by myself, close to the exit, fire extinguisher, just in case I catch on fire. People would be like, can I sit down next to you? I'm like, hey, you don't fucking risk. You know how to stop, drop, and roll? I honestly, I did. I started, Fikret from Bosnia, I stopped drinking. I don't call myself an alcoholic anymore. Once you stop drinking, I just call myself a sober human being. The reason is, it says we were an alcoholic. I don't drink anymore. But the reason I stopped is because I'm allergic to alcohol. I'll break out in handcuffs. And that's when I started studying the law. Mainly by breaking it. I had definitely a lot of, or some occasions of hands-on behind my back experience. But yeah, you know, speaking of Jesus, he was gone for what, 3 days, right?
72 hours.
72 hours. That's how long they held me a detox. Like, fucking 20, yeah, it was like, I almost broke a record. They said I was 1 day short of 24, 25 visits in 1 year. So take that on an average every 2 weeks. Sometimes in and out, 24 hours. I would always be like, yeah, I'll be back. Just like, fuck, I don't know. I guess. We'll see. So yeah, detox. I think Jesus was just detoxing because he was turning water into wine. And good Lord, if I was going to church and the pastor would see this shit or hear it, I think they would baptize me probably every Sunday. Twice before and after, maybe even during. So I was born in Bosnia. I came here 29 years ago. Coming up, still don't have my citizenship. I don't. I chose not to get it. It was given to me after I came back from, I served with the U.S. Army, and I didn't want to join the Navy. It takes a lot of talent to pick up powdered soap in the Navy. So I went with the Army. I'm just saying, they didn't release me yet. Backwards, yes, my retarded ass signed up. I was field artillery, low IQ, high angle. Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot of intelligence to pull the lanyards. You know. So I hear that the Pope at the Vatican was crying. He was sad. He thought that Boys to Men was like a service order thing. Service delivery. Kardashians. I know Kanye. I spoke to Kanye. He said, Fikret, my family's got problems. I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, my wife called me and they said that they have tranny issues. I was like, they got car problems at no good mechanic. They're like, no, I think our dad went clubbing. Bruce ends up missing. He'll end up on the car half and half. I tried to come up with an excuse not to come here. What would be a good excuse? Locked myself out of my car in the parking lot of Planned Parenthood, ran in there and asked if anybody had a wire hanger. I hear that the bird, the love, what is it? The bird of love is what? A dove? In Bosnia, it's the swallow. There's a fun fact that they say, you run 2 miles or have sex, you burn almost a similar amount of calories. Who the fuck runs 2 miles in a minute? So I don't pay attention to the news at all. But apparently, Donnie Boy, at the fucking Casablanca, he looked at himself as like, portrayed, or people thought that he was like Jesus, and he said, I'm not Jesus, but I'm healing people because I feel like doctor. I'm like, who the fuck are you next? Dr. Dre, Dr. Seuss? And he was like, wrong, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to play Jesus, everybody knows it. Accuses the fuck out of people. I love having my American friends with me. I use them as the American passport. Every time when I say something and it makes people uncomfortable, they're like, I know you can't fucking say this shit. I'm like, I moved to America and you don't understand. You don't speak American friends. He's like, I love trading food with people. I love food. I trade a lot of food with my mom. I'll bring her American food. She'll cook Bosnian, and we kind of have this like NAFTA thing, right? Bill Clinton did it with women. But I think he called NAFTA another afternoon of fucking that ass. When I was learning English, when I came to the States, I didn't even know how to spell my name. I started watching MTV Cribs. True story. Pimp My Ride with Exhibit. I was like 15, 16 years old, sounding like a Russian down in Texas, with an Exhibit, listening to Ice Cube, whoever else. I couldn't understand that Rastafarian guy from Jamaica. No. The only thing I understood was rah. We'll get back to him later. We'll just put him in the back of the bus for now.
Oh, man.
Wow! Get out of here! So, sensual seduction is the perfume that I would like to carry with me. It's just a spray bottle with the white napkin. You come up behind her, you give her a hug, makes her knees weak. Guarantees she won't say no. French cologne, I'll leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to talk to you. In-laws. In some countries, we bury our in-laws upside down. Anybody want to know why? Somebody would say like, yeah, so we can kiss their ass or whatever. No. Just in case they wake up and they start digging their way up, they'll dig deeper. I used to go to the liquor store and people would ask me, do you need a bag? I'm like, nah, I'll just drink her till she's pretty. Beauty's only lights me away. I'll stop before the wedding. And then I was buying condoms and the girl was like, you need a bag? I was like, nah, that bitch ain't that ugly. Do we have any Mexicans in here? No Latinos? Oh, you are, shit. Hey, this is from a Mexican friend, and most of the Spanish I learned was hanging out at the Oak Terrace Trailer Park off of Marion. Why did a blonde sleep with a Mexican? The teacher told her to do an essay for homework. Fika, you can't say that shit. Órale, carnal, mi no comprende. ¿Qué pasó? Like, man, you're too tall to be a Mexican. Yeah, we're too white to be in the NBA too. They got Croats and Serbs, but no Bosnians. They're like, why? NBA stands for no Bosnians allowed. It's not racist, that's prejudice. There's a difference between racist and prejudice, okay? Like, prejudice, an example is like, that Asian can't drive. Racist is like Hitler. Hitler, Lance Armstrong got one thing in common, they all have only one nutsack. Chernobyl, 40 years of Chernobyl's coming up. As a kid, I was exposed to the radiation when I was 4 years old. But circumcision, man, fuck that shit, man. I was 4 years old when my parents decided to circumcise me. And before I went in, my two brothers went before me, and I sat in a hallway, sitting in a chair, hearing them crying. And you want to talk about fear taking over you, and then 4 men holding you down, and then putting the stitches and all that shit together, man? That shit is cringy. I was speaking to a Bosnian gal, and we found out we had the same last names. I'm glad we did not meet. I'm glad we didn't kiss and we didn't fuck. Because if we had fucked, first we would have been the kissing cousins from Eastern Europe. Then we would have fucked and definitely would have sweated. That would have been a relative humidity, was what they call down south in Alabama. I love when my American friends are like, hey, speak like us. I'm like, what do you mean speak like us? Like, I would just tell you that Appalachian, like, hey, Cletus, give me 2 liters of Mountain Dew and tell Marshall Lee to give me a pack of Virginia Slims. But we never met. We would have qualified for ancestry, not ancestry, so thank you guys, y'all been great. Thank you, Lori, thank you.
Keep it going for Fikret, everybody. He's the bomb. So I actually have